Well, today we are talking with my coach, Paul Horton, who is a national award-winning PGA of Canada instructor. And today, Paul's going to help us with bunker shots. Paul, talk to us about how do we get out of a greenside bunker?
Well, thank you, Lisa. Welcome, everybody. We're in the greenside bunker here at Heritage Pointe, and it's a scary shot for a lot of golfers, and it doesn't have to be. Now, most golfers have an issue with they take too much sand or not enough sand, and they blade the ball over the green, or they leave it in the bunker. So the first thing we want to do is understand that we're trying to use the trail edge here. That's what we want to have contact the sand first. So we're going to enter with this trail edge hitting the sand first, allowing us to bounce or slide through the sand more easily. We don't want to use the lead edge, which is a cutting edge, which will cause us to dig into the sand. So that's going to create, if that lead edge comes in, it creates more of a dig, versus if we use the bounce of the club, it'll help us slide through and create more of a shallow divot without going too deep. Okay, so the first thing here is I want to have a target line reference. So this green slopes a little left to right, so I would aim this a little left of my eventual target, which is the hole out there. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to turn my club face open. Now, the amount of how much you open the face is player dependent. So there's a comfort level, you know, if players want to open it slightly or open it a little bit more. My preference is to open it quite a bit, and that can freak a lot of players out. If we do this, if I open the blade, if I'm in my normal position here and I open it, the heel moves to the ball. So I'm going to move my club back, so as I set up, I'm going to move it back away from the heel so I don't hit the heel of the club. So as I'm coming in to get ready for this shot, I've got a target line reference here, I've got a ball position reference here. Now I'm coming in fairly square or in a normal position, so I'm not open to the target. Just because I've opened the club face doesn't mean the ball is going to go to the right. It'll go to the right if I move my handle too far in front. If I keep my handle pointing back at me, back at the center, then I'm just adding loft to the club. So it's not a directional thing, it's more loft. So I don't need to swing across it this way to compensate for the open face. Ball position is going to be closer to my front heel, so into my lead heel here. And as I get ready to set up for the shot, I'm trying to lower my posture a little bit. So I'm trying to get into the sand, so I need to get underneath the ball, so we need to be a little lower than normal. So we're going to try and get into a little bit more knee flex, just sink down a little bit. We're not sitting down this way so much, but just getting a little bit lower. And then I'm going to basically try to push more weight into my lead side. So I have about 70-30 lead side versus the trail side. So when I get myself ready here, tilt, don't try to help me. Right, we just want to hit a few inches behind the ball and make sure we go through it. Okay, there's all kinds of different types of bunker shots you could play, but this is your basic greenside bunker shot where we're using the trail edge here, hitting the sand first. We're trying to get ourselves organized around the target. So when I aim the club face, I know the club face is pointed that way, but as long as the handle is pointing back at my body center, it's just adding loft to the shot. So I'm lower down with my posture. I've got more weight pressed into my target side, about 70-30. And the length of my swing is about 3/4. Okay, I go 3/4 because I don't need a full swing for this distance. And even if I had a shorter shot, I would still have a longer swing, but a softer pace. So I would control this shorter hole location. I would do the similar length of swing with a softer pace to it, still accelerating, so I'm not slowing down or decelerating through the shot. I would just create a little softer pace, and I'm focused on the spot I might want to enter the sand, which would be, you know, a few inches behind the ball. And then I'm just blasting the sand and the ball out and onto the green. So it's a fairly easy shot once you build some confidence in how to do it. So best of luck, hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks so much, Paul. I guarantee we're going to have our students out there hitting closer to the pins and getting more up and downs. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.